I did NESP, the National Black Engineer Conference.
Oh, that's cool.
And I performed in front of like 7,000 people.
Wow.
And then...
Did you do all your engineer material?
No, I had to be like super clean. It was like, they were like, yeah, you need to be Disney clean. And I was like, oh, so I can talk about how I hate Jews? And they're they did not like that.
I feel like you're in such a like stable, like settled adult
You're an adult.
place of life. And we
like
simply have not had someone on the podcast who has their shit together.
Teach us your ways.
Yeah, this has been 22 years in the making.
You're 22
He's
years
22
old?
years old.
No.
Same.
No, I mean you live by yourself in West Hollywood. You doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a kid and
but still,
a partner.
I've never lived by myself in West Hollywood.
Yeah. I do have I don't make any money from comedy.
Well, nobody does.
Okay, good. Just want to be clear on that. This is not how I don't afford it through that. I afford it through my day job in tech.
Oh, okay.
And that's a nice
Still, I don't
gig.
I don't ask how you get it. It's
I know.
it's
I feel weird.
You don't need to explain.
I ask everyone, how do you make your money?
How do I make my money?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of jobs. I have a marriage business called Married by Mateen.
Like you marry people?
Where you officiate?
Yeah, I officiate. So I MC and DJ weddings.
Incredible.
And officiate weddings.
That's so fun.
Yeah, Married by Mateen. So
what's the craziest wedding that you've officiated?
Crazy? Like crazy as far as like amalgamation of people?
Sure.
Or
however I define it.
Yeah, crazy is very...
Or like something crazy happened.
No, nothing. I did one when it started pouring rain and hail, like in the middle. Mm-hmm. And so I had to rush and like get all my equipment inside. But no, I mean, it's been pretty chill for the most part.
Okay.
Is there any wedding where you're like, oh, this couple is not going to make it?
Yeah, I had one. And it was actually like a friend of mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
And tell us everything.
I'm surprised that it happened. I was like, wow. Like, I was like, okay, this is happening. And I did it. And 6 months later, I got a call. And I was like, hey, didn't work out. And I was like, yeah, I could see that.
Wait, I'm sorry. We really need specifics here. What about their relationship was surprising, made you surprised that they were even getting married?
Because one of them had a lot of issues prior with like just being like drinking and like being irresponsible and like it was like a thing where it's like, oh, checks and balances were happening and then like it would be fine and then it wouldn't be fine. And one of them put up with a lot and I was like, okay, this is a lot. This is a lot. I don't know if it's gonna, because at some point, whoever you end up with, you have to be able to put up with their shit the most. So that's where it comes down to, like, because you can love someone as much as you can, but if you can't put up with like things, then you're not gonna be with that person. And then so that's I think that's what where people fail in a lot of situations with relationships, where like they think they can, and then that thing keeps happening. We're like, oh, I can't put up with this. Because you're not going to find the person that you want wholeheartedly, like 100%. I think the most you can get is like 75.
Damn it.
What's like something about you that your partner is putting up with?
My schedule.
The comedy
like the
shit.
comedy stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, she understands. I think she understands it because she's quasi, like, I don't know, entertainment adjacent. She's a plus size model, so
Hot.
Oh, wow.
so like she's fairly new as far as like that world. So it was like a thing, like I think like 8 years in, where she's like a phenom. I compare her to Joel Embiid. I don't know if you know who. So Joel Embiid is a basketball player who started playing basketball when he was like 17, and then he became instantly good at it. So like
she's that of plus size modeling.
Yeah, because like she was like in HR for like forever. Someone was like, "You're pretty." Like this is kind of a thing. She entered a contest and then like instantly like took off. So I remember in 2019, she accomplished like all her 2019 goals before March. Like, that kind of like thing. Where it's like me, I'm like the journeyman who's like been from team to team to team, had a little success, and then like keep jumping back and forth to other things. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that, and I leave my shoes around a lot sometimes.
That is so annoying.
I'm sure there's some other things.
As a shoes off person.
But yeah.
Well, welcome to Yenta.
Are we recording the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the you guys do the
we do a little
the cold
we
open.
fake out. Yeah. The
cold open.
The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have Mateen.
Yes, Mateen Stewart. What's up, guys and girls?
We're so excited to have you.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here. I listened to a couple of your episodes. I was telling you that to prepare myself.
Yes.
Which is a real honor.
Yeah,
honestly.
No, you don't have to do that.
I know. I don't really listen to podcasts. I do listen to podcasts.
Well, you have your own podcast.
I do have my own podcast, and I want people
you're on like other people's podcasts.
I sometimes.
Okay.
But mostly
Well, Mateen is a very successful comedian.
Yes, I
plays the improv all the time. Been on Kimmel, HBO.
The standards, yeah.
The big creds, the big ones.
That mean nothing to nobody.
I mean, a lot to.
I mean, it's all
people.
What I tell people, this is a stupid business, and comedy is one of the dumbest forms to go into because it's just it's like climbing a mountain. Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna climb this mountain, and then you climb that mountain, and you're like, fuck, I gotta keep going up the mountain. Like wherever you go, you think you reach the summit, and you're like, fuck, I gotta keep going. And then at some point you're like, all right, I'm over this. You just jump off the mountain. Figuratively
and you
and
have
literally.
Like wind and people throwing rocks at you, trying to push you down the mountain.
Yeah.
And you get like one paycheck at the top.
Yeah.
It's not like a plateau where they keep giving you paychecks. It's just one.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
You got to work hard to get the next paycheck.
Yeah, and the paychecks are so small.
Yeah. You know, and I was telling people it's just a series of highs and the lows of the lows because like you'd be like, oh yeah, man, I made so much money this weekend, and then you're like, oh yeah, now I'm doing a bar show on a Tuesday where there's more TVs than people. And I got to try to figure this shit out.
Yeah, dude,
comedy.
It's rough. I like every day I have an existential crisis. Should I quit? But I can't. I'm too deep in it now.
It's an abusive relationship. I need a coaster.
Yes,
because I don't want to ruin it.
Oh, what an angel you are, Mateen.
Yeah.
Look at you. You really do have your shit together.
No, because I don't want to fuck up her shit, bro. This could be some vintage.
Oh, yeah. This is really expensive Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, I would never know. It looks nice to me.
Yeah.
You got like nice little motif in here.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about being on Kimmel.
Kimmel was like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'd use it because people ask for credits, and I was on the show, and I did a couple sketches for them.
How did you get involved?
So I would go to these casting director workshops.
Okay.
And Michael Tobiak was the casting director, and I did some like he gave me like some Harold Kane. Is it Harold Kane or Herman Kane? Herman Kane is like
I have no idea who that is.
He was a Republican candidate, black guy. He died of COVID. Yeah, died of COVID. Yeah. Right after a Trump rally.
I'm not happy about.
No, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Right after a Trump rally. Yeah, from a Trump rally. Yeah. So I did like some Herman Kane sketch in the class, and then like he called me that week because I would take all these casting director workshops, and nothing would happen from them. And a casting director workshop, you pay this company like $50. You go on a Saturday for 3 hours, and the casting director's there. They give you sides, and the casting director makes money, and then the people that run it, they get kickbacks because they get cast in other shows.
And it's basically just bribing casting directors to kind of know your name.
Yeah. I mean, and that happened. And then
it worked.
Yeah, it worked because they called me that week for this sketch about, it was like 2011 was the first year that there were more minorities babies born than white babies in America.
Yeah.
So we did like this whole thing like, here, white people, now that you're the minority, this is what we're not going to do, the things that you did to us. So that was a sketch, and they let me like fucking free ball and do some shit.
Oh,
so,
that's fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I did a couple of things. Like I did this other thing for Funny or Die. It was like a series where when Obama won, it was to also teach white people how to act now that there was a black president. So yeah, I guess I have a lane teaching white people how to act. That's
teach us.
that's the through line of my comedy.
Does it suck that so many comedy roles for black actors are about racism?
No, I mean, I think that is because I do talk a lot about race in my comedy. So like, I mean, because it's been so prevalent in my life, and a lot of people try to stay away from it. But I mean, it is. I think it's more than, because sometimes you're like, black people do this, white people do that. I think mine is more esoteric than that. Where it's just it's not as cut and dry. But I mean. No, I don't mind it. I don't like when there's certain roles that are like stereotypical roles for like robber or like slave. Like I played all those roles, by the way. I
climbed up to that paycheck.
Yes. I played robber. I played slave. And then I did a Nat Turner movie, and it was so this guy, he did this short, and it was fun. It was like a movie about Nat Turner, which is the slave revolt. And I did it, and it was cool. And then the next time he did a longer short, I played the guy that told on his friends. So I felt like,
wait, so you've done 2 Nat Turner movies?
One I was, and yeah, I've done 2. One I was like part of the rebellion, and the second one I told about the rebellion.
So
and
funny.
that movie was very weird. It was very weird to be in that environment, playing a slave. But also, like, we would shoot scenes at a public park. Like, we had, like, permit. So we're, like, doing this, like, fucking hanging scene. And it's like kids in the park. And we're just like, okay, these white guys are just like, it's just like. And then we were, like, in our costumes. And we, like, went to the gas station. And it was, like, playing a trick on the guys. Like, hey, we just made it here to Michigan. What are you guys?
We escaped.
I know. Like, what's anything new happened? No, I mean, yeah, I think when you talk about race and stuff like that, I mean, that's just, I think being black, that a lot of that just comes with the territory. It's like a lot of people get mad at women for talking about their pussy. It's like, that's like, come on.
Well,
man.
that's also the only way we're allowed to say it, too.
Pussy.
It's like there's a contract you have to sign.
Yeah. My pussy. I remember Sarah Stillman told a joke about that, where she just kept saying it like that just to like piss people off.
Right. It's like write what you know.
Yeah, write what you
Write what you've got going on in your life.
Write what you know. Write what you got going on in your life.
I mean, that's the most interesting to me when I'm listening to other comedians talk. Like, I want to hear you talk about your shit and your trauma.
Yes, my trauma.
Yeah.
I had a lot of trauma.
Oh, yay. Tell us everything.
Let's unpack.
Yeah. I mean, well, my mom passed away in 2020.
Yeah.
And so I think that was the most traumatic thing that could have ever happened to me, because it was sudden.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a thing where like she had cancer or anything. So it's just like, I got a call like on a Thursday, and was like, hey, your mom's not feeling well. We're going to call an ambulance. So the ambulance came. I went to go take a shower, and then I got back out, and I had like 9 missed calls.
Oh,
and I was like, well, okay, maybe this is just an update. And my sister was like, you gotta come home. She didn't make it. And I was like, it was like unbelievable. I was like, are you no way. I just kept saying no. I was like, no way, no. I just kept repeating myself. So then I called Erica because she was staying away, and I'm like, hey, my mom. And she was like, what? So then she came, and then I remember the next day I was competing for to be on the Weakest Link.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I had been there 2 days prior, and they had kept me there all day. This is during the pandemic, so they had kept me there all day.
This is crazy.
And then they didn't use me for the episode, so they kept me there all day. And we couldn't have our cell phones, and we were stuck in a room by ourselves because it was COVID.
Oh my God.
So I was there all day. I was just there for like 13 hours on that Tuesday. So that Friday they were like, "You're gonna shoot." And like, cool. So when I got there, I was like, I'm not gonna cancel. I'm gonna still do it. So I still did it. But I was like, I can't, if I don't make the first episode, I can't, there's no way I can be in this room by myself for 12 hours. So I did it. I end up losing.
Wait, what is the Weakest Link?
So the Weakest Link is it's a game
Brad.
show.
Tell the listeners.
It's a game show. It was popular back in the early 2000s.
Okay.
This British lady's like, cue all the Weakest Link. And so
it's like a quiz, like
it's a quiz
show.
Quick quiz, and then like it'll be like 12 people. They'll go back, and then you can bank money. So like if you get 4 questions in a row, your money go higher, and you can bank it. But then like if you get a question wrong, it goes back to 0.
Okay.
I feel like this makes no sense. I have no idea how to describe the Weakest Link.
Yeah, it makes
Someone
sense.
who's never seen the
So
Weakest
yeah,
Link.
so it's 12 characters. You know, they rapid fire. You get a question right, the money goes up. You keep getting questions right, the money keeps going up, and then you can bank it. And because if you get it wrong, the money automatically goes down.
Yeah.
So I end up, and then sometimes, and then you can vote people off after the round. So there's a strategy where like you want to vote off the person that doesn't know the questions, or you want to vote off the person that knows all the questions, because potentially you're going to go against, because it's only going to be 2 people, you're going to go against them like round for round to get the money.
They could win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could win. So I came like 4th place.
Ugh.
So then I went home and cried myself to sleep.
Yeah.
And then
How could you focus even?
I couldn't. I just had to
That's so
zone it. I zoned
stressful.
in. And then I had to go to Vegas. I had to fly to Vegas.
Is that where your family is?
No, I was doing shows in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I flew to Vegas, and I did my shows in
So you did
Vegas.
shows? You did stand-up shows?
Yeah.
How long?
Oh my God.
So I did 2 shows in Vegas, and so I get there, and I'm with all these other comedians because we were doing shows on this like yacht, and because there was no other place doing, but this yacht was like, we don't fucking care. So it was on
Right, because this is in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
A yacht on what water?
Lake Mead, not Lake Mead. I think it's called the Lake of Las Vegas.
Okay.
It's some man-made lake
Some lake.
that they just go around, and we were
This is
doing comedy, and I was with all these comics, and they have like a water park there. So we were at the water park, and I was just trying to be normal because I didn't tell anybody.
Oh,
And
I can't.
yeah, and then
That's more traumatic.
I went down the water slide, but I had my glasses on, and my friend Brittany, she yelled, "Mateen, your glasses!" And as soon as she said that, I hit the water and my glasses flew off. And I was like, fuck, now I'm in this lake and my glasses are in the water. So I was diving trying to get
Your
the
mom is
dead.
dead.
My mom
Your
is dead.
glasses
Yeah.
are gone.
Yeah.
see.
I can't see shit. But luckily I had contact lenses. So then I'm like diving trying to look, and she's like, I'll help you, you fucking idiot. And I'm like, yeah. But then all the other comics, they were like, oh, we're gonna go paddleboard. So they're paddleboarding by me, and they're just like talking shit about me, laughing at me, whatever. In my mind, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna feel so bad when they find out my mom died. Like I was like, I can't wait
Yeah.
to tell them that my mom died. I can't wait. They're gonna
What
feel
a
so
setup.
bad. So then I was like, I told Brittany to go, and then I couldn't find my glasses, and I went back to her. I was like, yeah, this sucks. And I told her, I was like, my mom died. And she's like, what? And then we had a moment, because she lost her mom to suicide. Oof. And she had a very tumultuous relationship with her mom, but she knew how much I loved mine. So she was like, it hit her pretty hard too. So that I had her, and we had that moment. And then I remember calling my friend, because you got to let people know when someone dies. It's so weird. So I called my friend Chris, and he fucking lost it. And he felt guilty because last time my mom was in town, he was supposed to meet her, and he didn't make it, and so he felt bad about that. And then he goes, well, man, if you're feeling sad, just think about me, a 43-year-old man working in 110 degree temperatures in the valley, making vegan sandwiches for teenagers. And I was
Loser.
like, that is fucking sad, dog. I said, thank you. I needed that, man. I was like, that is a fuck. And I laughed so hard about that. And yeah, and I did the shows that night. And then the next day, it gets crazier. The next day, I flew to Pennsylvania because I had to do this wedding for another friend of mine. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I did the wedding on Sunday, and then, it was in Erie, Pennsylvania. So yeah, then I rented a car and just drove to Detroit, and yeah, it was weird. It was weird. My dad was on the porch, and yeah, so like that was like the most traumatic thing that could happen to me, and yeah, and it was, and I think now, when you lose someone like that, and being a comedian, like the stakes. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't care about anything anymore. Like, because I had the most pain that I felt ever. And and losing my mom was like one of the biggest, because she was one of my biggest supporters. And, you know, she was the reason why I started doing stand-up comedy.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I was like creatively depressed, right? Living in Los Angeles. I started a theater company. It wasn't working. And then
'Cause you studied theater, right?
I was a theater guy. Yeah. I was an actor by trade. I was a thespian. I had dreams of being on Broadway.
Oh, hell yeah.
Any day now, I think.
Yeah. One day.
Sing?
Yeah,
Well, they're gonna listen to the podcast.
Yeah. I don't sing. Like I could like talk sing.
But you're a real actor.
Yeah, I'm an actor. Yeah.
actor.
But I love musicals too. But yeah, so like
you had your theater company.
Yeah, it failed miserably. Because people are not gonna believe in your baby like you believe in it.
Yeah.
So we had like 4 or 5 plays, and then like we were rehearsing in my living room, and like we would do it, and like I had some really good actors in it too. Some very successful actors now.
Oh, who?
That were in it.
Talk shit.
No, I'm not gonna talk shit. Will Catlett, Will Callie's Grays. He was in my theater company. Simone Cook, and now she's Simone Mishich. I can never say her last name, but she did some shows with us. And yeah, it was good. We did a lot of great things. We did this play called A Day of Absence, which is a reverse minstrel show. So yeah, it's
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that? Like you bleed inside, like the
minstrel,
blood
not
comes in.
menstruation, but minstrel. So minstrel show is from
the minstrel.
Yeah,
Oh.
reverse minstrel.
I'm sorry, I
Not
only heard
menstruation, but minstrel. So like it used to be white actors in blackface.
Yeah.
So a reverse minstrel show is black actors in whiteface.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
And the whole premise of the show is written in the 70s and done by Negro Ensemble Company. So it's A Day of Absence. So it takes place in like wherever USA in the South in the 50s, and all the black people disappear from this town. And it's like, how do these people navigate that now that there's no black people?
Oh, cool.
There's a short made also years later called A Day Without Mexicans. That's like the kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's not it's a comedy, and people are like, you're doing that? I'm like, yeah. I know it was done in the 70s, but I thought it could still be relevant to today's time. And yeah, we did it, and it went pretty well. And I want to do it again. I do want to do it again. I would love to do it again in this environment now and just make people mad.
It seems like it could have been written today.
It could have been written today. Yeah, but like I feel like black people had more of an impact, like as far as like, you know, when being maids and gardeners and workers, like that's kind of like the role that like a lot of immigrants have taken on now in America. So that's when I did that movie A Day Without Mexicans, because a lot of people are like, they're taking our jobs. I'm like, what jobs are you fucking taking? What jobs are they taking, bro? Like literally, what jobs?
You don't want them.
What jobs are? What jobs are?
Yeah.
You do those.
Yeah,
jobs.
you do those jobs, right?
Okay, so your mom was a supporter of the theater company.
Well, yeah, she would support my theater company. She, when I said I wanted to just do 3 minutes at an open mic, and she was like, well, I never thought you were funny, but if you
Bro, my mom said the same thing.
she goes, but if you think you can do it, I know you can do it. And she was like, you should see if there's a class. And I was like, a fucking stand-up class? There's no stand-up classes. So I Googled it, and it was a bunch. Yeah. So for one of my birthdays, my parents bought me the stand-up class. So yeah, so that like she had a very and the first time she saw me, she was like, okay, all right, I can see this. I can see this. And I was worried about like cursing in front of my mom and shit like that, and being nasty, and like I was like, I got over that pretty quickly. But yeah, she got to see me. My grandmother never got to see me perform live, but she heard some of my stuff. My grandmother was the friendliest person that I've ever met, but just naturally. But yeah, mom passed away. That was big traumatic experience in my life. And then like 3 months later, we found out that we were gonna be parents. Like
Oh my God.
Yeah. So and we weren't trying. I mean, we were trying. We weren't.
You were practicing.
We were trying. We had a moment, and we took some preventative measures afterwards, but those didn't work. So then it was just like,
whoa. And how long had you guys been together at that point?
Like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 2 years. Like 2 years. So we were just like, oh yeah, this is what it is. This is just what it is. And I mean, we were both in a position to bring a baby in this world, and I'd never had a pregnancy scare ever.
Hey.
And I remember it was like waiting on the period to come is just very stressful.
It's kind of like a reverse menstrual.
Yeah.
show.
Reverse menstrual. yes, menstrual show. So we were waiting on it to come, man, and it didn't come. And I had a period tracker app in my phone, and
You have the period tracker app.
yeah, so you can. I tell every man, if you have sex with women, get a period tracker app. You can have multiple people too, because it's specifically for men. It's a period tracker app specifically for men.
But
yeah,
That's a
you
great
ask
idea.
her if she's on her period.
no.
Or
So
is
like,
like
so if you're in a
you're a spy?
relationship, if you're in a relationship with a person,
Yeah.
you know when they're on their period. So like, hey, once you get your period, you mark got your period this day. So then it tracks the cycle. It gives you little emojis and shit like
Oh my God.
Don't have sex
it's
this
like
day.
like don't. It gives you like
her boobs hurt so much.
when she's fertile, it gives the baby and then the no baby thing. But yeah, so like that, we were just waiting on it. It never happened. And then my birthday weekend, we were like, okay, well, let's take this pregnancy test and see what happens. And yeah, we took 4 and they all came back pregnant. So yeah.
Oh my God. That is just like blow after blow.
Yeah, blow after blow.
Such a short time.
Yeah. And then our due date was like the same day my mom passed away, so that was weird.
Wow.
And then
But that feels spiritual to me.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I mean, and for me, like these are moments where I'm like, oh yeah, this is where the comedy comes from. Like this is where the comedy comes from, because like we took the plan B, it didn't work, and then like, then this happened with my mom, and then the due date was the same thing, and I remember someone was like, oh, your mom had a hand in this. And I was like, I don't want to think about my mom's hands anywhere near the conception of my child. That is weird. So yeah, just being able to find the funny in these moments. And like watching her be pregnant was like an amazing feat to watch. Yeah, it was just like this is the weirdest thing ever, and I'm so glad I don't have to go through this.
Yeah.
It's the
rubbing it in, man.
It's the weirdest thing ever.
We don't have to go through that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but like just the way the body changes, and like you're growing a human being. And I just thought of like the first time that happened to a person. You're like, what the fuck is going on, man? like, how do you explain that? Like, there had to be the first person.
The first person to
like,
get pregnant.
I'm not religious, but there has to be like the first person that happened to, where it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
They're also the first person to say fuck.
Yeah. Like, fuck, man.
They invented all the words.
Like, yeah.
Shit.
Fuck, yeah.
Damn, this isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
There's something ungodly about
this. Yeah.
They invented God, too.
Yeah, God.
Oh, my God.
The first guy that came inside of somebody. But, I mean, pregnancy is 10 months. They say 9 months because they try to shortchange women whenever they get a chance.
Even in the amount of pregnancy, it's like actually it's only 70% of the time that you think it is.
Yeah, and it's
not right.
for centuries we told you that.
Yeah.
Centuries we told you that a bird brought the baby. They wouldn't even
right. They wouldn't even give women the credit.
Like, you see this bitch is pregnant. I'm sorry, I say that word a lot, but. And
this is very good. Is this a bit that you do?
No, these are bits I do.
Okay,
yeah.
I was like, this is well.
That's what comedians. This is what comedians do on podcasts. I'm just giving thoughts out. This is what it is. But this is the process. This is what I think about. The things that I think about like watching, and then like you. I've never said this before, but a lot of guys, like they always say, "Oh, I don't want to have sex because." I might hurt the baby. Like that is not even physically. That's not even physically possible.
That's just dumb.
You can. But here's the thing: when you make a baby, you feel like you have the biggest dick in the world. So like you feel like there's nothing. Like you're like, my dick is so big.
You're like giving
I made it.
Tables. You're like,
I don't know. I can't explain it. You're like, I fucking did it. Like I did this. Like I don't know why I did the Andrew Dice Clay hands, but you feel like you're just like, I made a fucking baby. And that's why like it. I think that's what it is, and like you have this visceral, like protective thing. Like it's very like animalistic. Like you want to protect your house and protect your woman, and it's just it was just very, very weird to think. Like I'd never been a gun person, but I'm like, I gotta get a gun. Like that kind of like I gotta protect my family. Like I had to go hunt for food and shit. Like it just felt that way. It was so weird to feel. Yeah, and now she's 2 years old, and she's driving me crazy. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever do stand up about your kid?
Always, because like it's very linear. Because like my mom died. I lost the most important person in my life to gain the most important person in my life. So there's not a lot of like there's so many things within that. And then we named my daughter Jamie after my mom, and so it was gonna be Jamie if it was a boy or a girl. And
gender neutral name.
Yeah, Jamie, J-Y-M-E.
Love that.
Yeah, and so, but then we found out that Jamie meant supplanter, which means to be replaced after death. And so these like, these moments just kept happening. And so like for me, the comedy was just happening, just like boom, 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 boom. And so, I tell this joke on stage where it's like, I found out that my daughter named Jamie meant to be replaced after death. So I remember when I found out, I held her in my arms and I was like, did you kill my mother? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
You psychopath.
Yeah. And there's so many similarities. Like when my mom, we took a picture side by side, like when my mom was 6 months and when my daughter was 6 months. I'll show you guys after this.
Yeah.
She looks like almost exactly the same. It's kind of uncanny. So maybe this is just payback. My mom's just paying me back for all this fucking time that I had to deal with her, but she had to deal with me. But yeah, man, death will help you with comedy.
Oh man,
here's hoping.
Can't wait.
Because you don't care. I mean, I feel like we as comedians. I mean, I don't know how long you guys been doing comedy, but
how long have you been doing comedy?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in year 13.
Okay.
So
that's a lot.
Yeah, so you start to you start to not care.
I want to care less for sure.
Yeah.
I care too much right now, and I know that.
I feel like both of our greatest problems is that we care too much.
You care too much.
Yeah.
About things.
About doing well.
Yeah.
About people laughing.
Ugh.
So stupid.
Dumb.
Like you worry about what people say about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I haven't experienced death in this way, but like I feel like bombing really badly also makes you care less in a similar way.
Yeah, but you start if you do it enough.
It's equivalent.
Like I guess this is what it is right now.
Every time I bombed so bad, I'm like, this is as if someone died.
Yeah, that's why I call it being bombing.
Yeah.
Eating a dick, bombing, death. We have levels to bombing. Like the worst is a car alarm bomb.
Oh.
What is that?
It's like you're bombing so hard you hear car alarms, or you set off car alarms. There's a comic, I'm not gonna say his name. He was bombing so hard, and I texted my friend. I go, "How bad was it?" He goes, "Car alarms."
Oh.
And I was like, "He set off car alarms." He goes, "No, it was so quiet you could hear car alarms outside of the building." Yeah, bombing is such a unique experience, and comedians, we go through it, and and that's why I say it's the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows, because like there was this one time I did NESP, the National Black Engineer Conference.
Oh, that's cool.
And I performed in front of like 7,000 people.
Wow.
And then
did you do all your engineer material?
no, I had to be like super clean. It was like, it was weird. They were like, they didn't like my joke. They were like, yeah, you need to be Disney clean. And I was like, oh, so I can talk about how I hate Jews? And they did not like that. They did not like that. They did not.
So funny.
Because I was in Anaheim too, and they were like, no. I was like, guys, I don't hate Jews, but if you say Disney, that's like,
set it up.
yeah. I was like, you guys give that to me, but
What a perfect joke for this podcast.
yeah. That's why I said it.
Let's clip that one.
Yeah. There's a comedian, Mateen Stewart, hates Jews. It ruined my career.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So, and then I went. I bombed the next day. I bombed, and it was just like, oof. But like you remember bombs. Like, do you remember your worst time you bombed?
Yes.
Yes.
Like the day.
Oh, yes. I have it recorded, and and
Is it the one that we've spoken about on this podcast before, or a different one? Okay.
No, that wasn't even a bomb.
Oh,
that
okay.
was like a
It was a soft bomb.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was like a. I did okay, and then someone came on later and
Okay.
blew up the room,
okay.
and I realized that I actually hadn't done okay.
Okay, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And also made fun of all the other comedians.
I got
Yeah.
you.
It was
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
No, I have it on tape, and I thought it would be funny to edit it into a short video of the most horrific parts. As I was entering it in like a little competition, but it was a spiritual experience
Yeah.
going through.
You feel like it is a spirit. You feel like it's like an out of body experience.
It is like, what is it? It's so spiritual doing comedy in front of people. Like because it brings you to these like transcendent highs.
Yeah.
And deep
Yeah.
Because it's
hits.
Comedy is very narcissistic because you're just there by yourself. So you're alone, and the whole goal is like, I'm doing this thing, and these people are supposed to be reacting to the things that I'm doing the way that I want them to react. So like they're supposed to be doing what I want them to do.
It's control.
So yes, control. So like when they're not doing that, you're like, why the fuck aren't you doing that? You're supposed to be doing that, and you're so alone. You have nobody up there with you. So like when you tell a joke, and especially if it's a joke that you know works. And like my favorite thing to do is watch my friends bomb with their A material, because I will laugh in the back,
Yeah.
and it would be the funniest thing ever. And yeah, and it's just so, you feel so alone. Like you feel so alone up there. And my worst bomb ever was February 1st, 2013.
Oh wow.
I'll remember it till I die.
Yeah.
I'll remember it till I die.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
what
that's
happened?
It was a bringer show at the Comedy Store. I had only brought like 2-3 people, so I didn't get to go into the very last comic.
Did everybody leave at that point?
No,
Yeah.
it was still some
Okay.
people there.
Okay.
I was a 23rd comic of 25. And I was like, oh, I'm going to try this new 6 minutes. And yeah, it was 6 minutes of silence. Like nothing that I did worked. And I didn't have the wherewithal to change it up or try to like fix
Right.
it.
Like you had your
Yeah.
script.
Yeah, because I was pretty scripted when my year one. But also, I learned from Patrice O'Neill. He was like, if you're bombing, don't ever try to fix it. Just fucking bomb. Because he goes, because especially if you're doing your stuff that you know works.
Yeah.
He goes, the audience doesn't deserve you to make them laugh. So just fucking continue to be just bomb it. And that's what like I think I got to a point where it's like when you start not caring because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is just what it
This
is.
is a you problem,
yeah,
not a me problem.
Yeah, because they're gonna laugh or they're not gonna laugh.
But is that when you know like you're doing your A material? Like you know this.
Yes,
this bit,
like when you
these
know you're
bits
doing
work,
you know the bits work.
and this is on you.
yeah,
now.
yeah, especially if you know the bits work. And I mean, comedy is very subjective. It's so subjective.
Yeah.
So it's the thing where like you're never gonna perform in front of the same audience, no matter if you perform in the same people right after you just performed to them, because those people are different because they've experienced something and now they're new after it. So I mean, I think that in itself makes it such a unique art form.
It is.
Have
you guys seen Hacks?
No, I haven't.
started it. I
watched
haven't finished it.
I can't watch things about comedy because I hate comedy.
Okay. Tell us more.
What is?
I
Can we
just-
unpack that?
I just hate comedy. Like I don't like it at all. Like
do you not like watching?
I do not like watching other comedians. I don't get excited about people anymore.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
Did you used to?
I used to, but like I compare to when like the Matrix. Like once you get unplugged from the Matrix, like
Yeah.
you know, like I know what's coming up. I know me and my friends have this thing called shout out to JL and Nick, called a pick six. So you know, pick six is like a football reference. So I said, you know, like I'm looking at it. Well,
sure.
Yeah.
I were planned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I
The
do
final
sports.
said you play flag football.
Tom
but,
Brady.
so when a quarterback throws a ball,
I'm glad we're bringing it
There's
back
a
to
ball?
the throw.
yeah, he throws a ball and a guy intercepts it, and he runs back to the touchdown. That's called a pick six because he intercepts it, which is a pick, and he runs back for 6 points, a touchdown.
Cool.
So
The
if
use of the word pick there,
Like
I
a
feel
pick,
like it's
like a-
very
like a pick
poetic.
me.
like you pick it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my friends and I, we use this term pick six when a comedian is telling a joke and you can see their punchline coming.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, that was a pick six. Like we knew exactly what was happening. So
Yeah.
Is it like you know that there's a punchline coming, or you know
you know
what
exactly
the
what they're
punchline
gonna
will
say.
be?
You know
Okay.
exactly what they're
Okay.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah.
see a person like, oh yeah, people tell me I look like, and I'm like, they're gonna say exactly this, and then they say it. Because you start to know the nuances, and you start to figure out like what works and what would you say there.
Yeah.
But I rarely get excited about comedy. Like I hate when my friends send me stand-up comedians clips. I'm like, I fucking know this guy. Like I don't want to fucking. I've seen this bit 18 times.
Right.
Like yeah, I saw when he first started telling this bit.
Is there anyone you do get excited about?
No,
Yeah.
not really. I like seeing my friends bomb.
He's like, I like when comedy doesn't work.
Yeah. I like seeing my friends perform. I mean, I love seeing them not do well.
Is it like I feel like comedy is enjoyable when there's a surprise.
Yeah.
And you just can't get surprised anymore. So seeing your friends bomb is
it's
like
great.
the only way that there could be some surprise.
Yeah. Ryan Good, I think it was Ryan Goodcase. He had a bit that on his Netflix thing he in it, and it was pretty good. It's a bit about timing.
I just saw that.
Yeah. It was good.
So
and I was like, it's so
fucking
simple.
good.
And that's one thing when
Oh
people
my
try to
God.
do too much, because he has a guy. He's like, comedy's about timing. I'm going to show you. Start at 60 and count backwards. And then he goes, yeah. And he goes, when I point to you, say what number you're at. He was like, oh yeah, my dad was born in 19. And the guy was like 56, and he was asking me all these things of like how many women I slept at. He thought it was 40, and then he was like, no, it was a lot. And he did like this, and he had the guy keep going. He's like, keep going. And I was like, this is a fucking great bit.
That's
and
so
like,
good.
I saw that. I was so inspired
and
by
that,
that.
I think
I'll
that
send it to you after.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like, okay, this is a way to push the art form in a really
push
new,
the art
interesting
form, and
way.
also it's so simple. It's
Yeah.
it's such a simple bit, and like now, just like the whole business and like crowd work and getting algorithms and like I'm in this group of comedians, and like just all the stuff that they're going over, and I'm like, man, I feel bad.
What's the group? What do you mean?
So I'm in a WhatsApp group. So we have a WhatsApp group
Ooh,
it's called the Century Club. And it's for comedians with over 100,000 followers.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that's why we haven't been invited.
But no, it's
I'm
not
really
even
happy for you.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. I got to 100,000 followers, not for my comedy. It's for me. I was editing these videos and I was putting this kid saying bullshit at the end of them. And there was this white kid that was like, bullshit, bullshit. So I would take like a certain situation that was happening and then I would put the kid at the, so the one that really blew off, it was a couple. It was like this Asian woman and this white dude. She was like, the mom, the dad. And then they brought out this black baby. It was like the baby. And then I cut bullshit at the end of it. That got 40 million views.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I didn't. And then people just kept stealing it. And that took me, I think I got 60,000 followers from that one. Wow. Yes. And I was like, but it doesn't translate to people coming to shows.
No.
Yeah, because it's just like.
But it translates to being in the WhatsApp group.
Yes, it did. But these, and that's the thing, I feel bad for all the comedians that started before social media because like now they're trying to like catch up with all this other shit. Because like even now I got a show in Fort Worth, Texas, and they're like, hey, we'll bring you out here for a one-nighter, and then if that goes well, then maybe we'll bring you back for a weekend. And then there's another club in Houston was like, well, let us know how Fort Worth goes. And I'm like, fuck, like, I just want to show up and be funny.
It's just the adult version of a bringer show.
Yeah, I just want to show up. Yeah, it's just, I just want to show up and be funny.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of money doing comedy. Yeah. Like I said, it's the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows because, like, there was this run called the Treble Run, and it doesn't happen anymore, but someone took it over. But you would travel, I think the equivalent like 1,500 miles for like 3 shows in a week, and you would make like no money. And it'd be like, it'd be like casino in Arizona, but you get a meal and then you gotta drive to the other end of Arizona. Then you gotta drive to Texas. Then you gotta come back to Arizona. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't want to do it anymore. Like I'm just tired. I just want to show up and be funny.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And even here, like in doing shows and producing shows here, like you got to work to get people out because if no one's famous on the lineup, there's only a few people that you can put on the lineup and then be like, boom. And I did a show with a YouTuber and he packed the place out. Like I'm not going to say his name. I'm not. I'll tell you. No.
I'll cut that.
No. Oh, the YouTuber.
This is a podcast where we gossip.
A YouTuber that's not a comedian.
Okay.
But he's trying to do stand-up. But it's just like, everything was like.
Yeah, I love those guys.
But there's YouTubers that do, that started as YouTubers and now they become great comedians because they've had infinite stage time. Mm-hmm. And that's how you get good. If you have infinite stage time
in front of
audiences, real audiences. Yeah, adoring audiences. And so this guy got on stage and he used, it was like every slur in the book. And I was like, oh, you're just going to use slurs up here. And then I wish I was going next. And I didn't go yet. Because I was like, I just want to be like, I love when YouTubers cosplay as stand-up comedians. Like, but it was like his crew was there. And that's what
did they like it?
No, I didn't say it because I wasn't next.
No. Did they like him?
Yeah, people, because it was his people. And that was the thing. Like, you just have to find your people. Because I've opened for comedians. And I was like, oh, this is not comedians, quote unquote. And I was like, this is not comedy. But their people are coming to see them because you just have to find your people.
Yeah. I think that's like a route in comedy. Like you just find an online following and then you do that.
Yeah.
But that's not the route that I want to do.
You want what route do you want?
I want to do the route where other comedians respect my comedy.
No
Call
money.
me crazy.
That's why. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and then have no money.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing okay. You live by yourself in West Hollywood.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop saying that because someone's gonna find you.
Wait, so you have a show tonight at the Improv?
Yeah, late for work. I host a show at the Improv most Sundays.
Are you doing 10 minutes at the top?
I do like 10 minutes at the top.
How do you decide what you're gonna say?
So when you host a show, especially if it's that frequent, so you gotta mix it up a little bit. I have a lot of fucking material, and everyone was like, "How do you decide when to retire?" I guess jokes just retire themselves. Yeah. So sometimes I go back and I listen to like old stuff because now it's like you're a better comedian. Now you can tell this joke differently. So I.
Like, do you know what you're gonna say tonight already, or
no,
you're gonna go like 5 minutes before? And like,
I'll figure it out. I got new jokes I want to work today.
Okay.
So
cool.
And when you're a host, like I can't really get into like a lot of the deep dark stuff,
right?
or super controversial things. But yeah, I give my jokes names like song artists do, and like I'll come up and I'm like, this is what needs to happen. But no, yeah, I have some new jokes that I'm trying to work right now. And
Cool.
So that's what I'll do tonight. We'll see.
Well, I'm gonna go. Hopefully.
You're coming to the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
come to the show. Come
and
hang.
maybe Antonia's gonna come too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of late.
Oh, let's call it late for work.
For work.
What time do you have to be up in the morning?
Whenever I want. But,
Oh, wow, okay.
But I just need a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
But I might be there.
Yeah. Where are you from?
The East Coast,
Where?
Boston.
Boston. Okay.
Should we transition to secrets?
Yeah.
Mateen, did you bring a secret?
Was I supposed to?
Nope, it doesn't matter.
You know,
And we're gonna do a better job at prepping our
We did
guests.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
didn't
get an
prep you
email.
very
I
well.
didn't get an
Terrible
email
job.
prep.
yeah, it was a tough time.
It's all right. I made it though, because I
Yes.
hate canceling.
Okay,
Thank
then
you
here's
for
some
not
gossip.
canceling.
Let's pivot this
Yes.
into what's the juiciest gossip you've heard recently, either about your life or about someone else's life, and you can like change names.
I'm trying to do gossip.
Because yenta means gossip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm aware.
You're a fan. I forgot. You've listened to the pod.
I'm aware.
Yes.
I'm Jewish adjacent. I've been around enough Jewish people to know.
There you go.
How are you Jewish adjacent?
So I worked at a sleepaway camp for a long time.
A Jewish one?
Yeah, well, it was kids from Long Island, so they just had a bar mitzvah. So, they didn't wear yarmulkes.
Were you the Shabbos guy?
No, I was the musical theater director.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. No, I don't have much gossip. I'm lame.
Okay, what's the messiest thing you've seen happen in the comedy world?
Well, I've seen comedians fighting over other comedians.
Like what about other
I had a comic steal my joke, and I confronted him about it. Ooh. And he tried to back away, like, oh, we're both better than this joke. We shouldn't be telling it anyway. And I knew that he had seen me do the joke because we did like a comedy contest back in the day, and I did the joke, and then he saw me, and I'm like, and he did the joke, and he didn't know I was there.
Well, what was the joke?
So it was a stupid joke. I feel like when I say the joke, it was well, he's dead, so he's not gonna know.
It was because he stole the joke.
So he's
blew the end of the story.
No,
there.
it's all good. No, it's all good. Remember those summits and jumping off?
God.
Yeah. So like he was just like, it was a joke comparing. It was a musical joke, like a rapping about rappers saying something and like you mean something else. And I mean, it was a very parallel thought, could have processed. But the thing about it is, I knew he had stole the joke because I did it in front of him, and then he did the joke and he didn't know I was on the show because I was just. So I was like, so you can't even be like, yeah, because you didn't know I was there. So if he knew I was there and he did it, then you could be like, oh, I didn't know that was your joke. But he didn't know I was there. I wasn't advertised to be there. I just popped in. He was like, hey, and the way he saw me, and my friend was like, oh, he just did your joke. I go, I know. He goes, you gonna say something? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say something, because that's always weird when you talk about joke stealing, and that's gossipy too, because you see a lot of comedians. Because I know there's comedians that, like, I'll go to fucking a town and do a joke, and there's nothing from stopping those local comedians from seeing my joke and just doing it.
Yeah.
And so, like, that is the one thing with comedy and rapping is, like, people expect for you to do your own stuff. Because, like, a singer could sing songs that people write, but comedy and rapping, like, if you don't, like, people's like, Kevin Hart has writers. Like, yes, of course he has writers.
Yeah.
Because you have to have somebody to write some stuff for you. So like I've seen a lot of comedians like come at each other for joke stealing and stuff like that. That's very messy.
Yeah.
When in the comedy
Were
world.
you
Messy.
Martin posted on his story recently that he wants to do a podcast where comedians just riff
comedy
out
beef.
shit.
Yeah.
Was that with you?
Yeah, so we had talked about comedy beef because like there's so many comedians are they're the fucking messiest this is the most messiest high school group of people I've ever met in my life, where it's like no one ever tells people I don't like you. It's always like they talk shit about people behind their back. And like I tell people, because we're always wanting to be like, how did this person get this? How did this person get this? How did they get this? Oh, they're not even that funny, blah, 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 blah. And I remember I was complaining about something that I didn't get. And this goes back to my mom. And she was like, well, it seems like the doors that are slamming in your face are getting bigger, and bigger doors are easy to go through. So don't worry about anybody else's fucking house. And I was like,
so what?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, like that keeps me grounded. Cause like I do. I mean, you're naturally going to feel envious. It's such a human reaction, jealousy.
Yeah.
It's such an emotion that is just like, it's a natural thing. But to be able to like talk shit to other comedians about another comic, especially if you know that comic, and comedians think they own things. Like, oh, you own, oh, now you wearing glasses and a hat on stage? Like, I wear glasses and hats. Like what the fuck does that mean? Like, I can't wear, or like you dye your hair. Like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, and we're so messy, and it's such a like, and it's so homogenous too, because we're just all just here. And I see this a lot where people are hating on other comedians. Like, I can't understand why this unfunny bitch got this. She's probably, especially with women. Like, women will shit on other women, and they're shit on other women. So, like, if a woman gets something, I've never seen someone shit on that woman more than another woman.
Oof.
And it's just like, and it's happening right now in the WNBA. It was like, oh, Caitlin Clark is getting eyes on you, so now everyone's gonna hate on her. Like, because she thinks she's better. She's like, this. And I'm like, well, why are you going to hate on her? You know, she's breaking records. But all these other women are like just shitting on her. Like, there's no reason she shouldn't have been on the Olympic team. There's no reason. But it's just all hate.
And she's not on the Olympic
No,
team?
she's not. Exactly.
We're like, and this is basketball?
Yeah, basketball. Pick six. Touchdown in basketball. Caitlin Clark is a basketball player. She's a...
yeah. I knew that.
We kind of know that because a previous guest was obsessed with her.
Okay.
But I feel like we don't really talk shit about people.
Yeah, we're freaking nice.
We're
Well,
too
y'all don't
we're
talk
too nice
shit.
to be comedians.
Yeah.
No, we talk
We get
a little
everybody
shit.
else to talk shit
I
about
talk shit,
us.
but...
That's my specialty is I get other people to talk shit about people.
You have therapist face.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, that like you look like a person that
you wanna
people
talk to.
Like,
Well,
could be
I've
a
said the word
therapist.
unpack twice
Okay,
in the
yeah,
last hour,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think I'm living up to
Yeah,
my face.
yeah, your face. Like you look like you could be a therapist. Like you just sit in the corner and people
And I'm
just
like,
tell you.
yeah, what,
Yeah,
tell me more
yeah,
about that.
yeah. Let's unpack that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a fun secret.
Yeah, too many
guess.
comedians talking shit about each other.
Yeah.
There's so many like the people that you think are your friends, they talk shit about you. Like I know people talk shit about me, and I try to be like for me, I try to be likable. I try to do for people what I would never ask someone to do for me what I wouldn't do for them, and I try to help people out. And my friend Pap started calling me Genie Lamp. Because I was like making people's wish come true. Like if you need something and I got it, I'm gonna get it for you.
We're gonna have Pap on next.
Yeah,
month.
he's a clown.
He's so funny.
Pap is one of my guys. Like my group is very tight knit. But then I was like, a lot of time about comedians. Like there's so many comedians that have nothing outside of comedy. Right. So like their whole life is this. Yeah. So they don't have an outlet. So if there's nothing going on here, they're just like fucking just like spewing all this shit. And I'm like, dude, like go get a hobby.
Yeah.
Find a hobby.
Go channel this into pottery.
Yeah, this can't be your only thing that you do. So
it sucks hanging out with comedians.
Who do you think is talking shit about us?
Ooh, that's fun.
No, you know what I think? I think we're not. Well, I can't.
We're
speak
not
for you.
big enough.
I'm not important enough for people to talk shit about me.
Exactly. If anything, I don't think it would be other comedians. I think it would be Jews in our audience.
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
Jews love talking shit.
Jewish community, is it very like
Yenta-y?
Yenta-y?
Yeah. But I wouldn't say like more than any other community, to be honest.
Yeah, all communities.
Like insular communities.
It's just like it's like a community where people know each other, so
so they're gonna talk shit.
They have things to talk shit about.
Yeah. Well, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
We can start wrapping up. Unless we want to say our secrets.
Yeah.
What's your secrets?
I have a this is a part 2 secret from last episode. So just I'll fill you in. You know what? Actually, it doesn't really matter. There was a girl that I was hanging out with when we were dating. We had like a little bit of a messy breakup. No, wait, I'll say this over. While we were dating, there was this guy that I'm friends with that was really trying to like angle having a threesome with us. Like that was Antonia's like, who is it? I'll tell you after. He was really trying to angle it, and I brought this up.
Are you into guys?
Yeah, I'm bisexual.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do it all.
You're like, what? That's crazy.
I know.
You can't hold this one back.
And he was trying to angle the threesome. I brought this up to her, and she was like, I'm not into him at all. Like, I'm just like not attracted to him. Like, not my type. After we break,
Had you had sex with this friend?
The guy?
Yeah.
No. We were just friends. But I just like brought it up because.
But you were entertaining it.
I was entertaining.
Yeah.
I would have entertained
angling?
He was very
not angling. He probably was like, hey, let me have a threesome with you and your girlfriend.
Like,
it's not an angle. Like, yeah.
I mean, it's the kind of thing where we would be like at a party and drinking, and he would like jokingly bring it up.
Oh yeah.
Jokingly. Like
Yeah.
everyone knew he was serious, but also like plausible deniability.
Well, if you mention it, you can be like, I was just playing.
Yeah, exactly. But he also knew that I wouldn't care. Like, shoot your shot.
Spit
like,
it
you
out.
want to have
Spit
a
it
threesome?
out.
Let's do it.
That's how easy it is. If you want to have a threesome, let's do it.
Well,
honestly,
man,
in Ray's world,
oh my God,
is.
where were these people at fucking 12 years ago?
I know.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Anyway, so me and this girl break up, and then this guy comes to. He's at a party, and he's like, oh, how is she doing? And I'm like, she's fine. And also, by the way, like, she never wanted to have a threesome with you. Like, she told me straight up she was not attracted to you.
Was she into guys too?
So she's like mostly lesbian.
Mostly lesbian. Okay.
But she'll have sex with
okay.
dudes.
She'll have okay.
Yeah. And he took that. I was like, she's not into you. And he took that as a challenge.
So he tried to have sex with her.
So he DMs her saying, hey, Ray told me you're not into me. Let's prove them wrong.
Stop.
I swear. And then I don't want to give out too much information, but they end up hanging out.
Yes.
And
in a biblical way.
Yeah. And then this is the reason why it's part 1 of the secret from last week, because what happens is she wrote a script about our relationship.
Okay.
And he sent to me the script.
Oh, he sent it to the script.
Oh!
So they banged? Wow.
Wow. The listeners who listened
Did you ever
to
bang
last
this friend?
episode,
No comment.
Okay, you never banged
I
this
did not bring this friend. No. I mean, me and her.
So
banged.
how did it go from I'm not interested,
Bro,
just to get back at you?
I really don't know.
That line is crazy.
Where are these people?
Let's prove them wrong.
Insane. But also, it worked.
It worked.
It worked. Oh man.
And then what they told me. Oh no.
This is wild.
I know.
This is wild
See,
stuff.
this is a good secret.
This is what you're missing
Mateen,
out on.
yeah.
No, I
With your
don't.
little
No,
child
no.
in a happy household.
I don't miss none of this shit, man.
No, it was like I don't feel really any type of way about it other than that it's funny and like fun. Like, I feel like you're worried that I'm upset.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm not
okay,
worried.
Fine. Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of weird, but
It is weird.
yeah.
Oh, this is her line, and which I think is a genius line. When anytime a guy asks her out, the line is, "I'm pretty gay, but you can buy me a drink and we can see what happens."
Oh, that is, yeah, I guess
That's
that's
a good line.
That's manipulation. You guys like to use that word, manipulation. She's gaslighting. Am I using the terms correctly?
No, I don't think
As
so.
the resident therapist, I can say no.
honest, because then it's like, you know, she doesn't have to do anything with him if she doesn't want to. But if she does do something with him, he's gonna be
super excited,
and she gets a drink. So.
I tell a story about that on stage. I say, just because you buy a woman a drink, that doesn't mean that you automatically get to have sex with her. But if you don't buy a woman a drink, you're definitely not gonna have sex with her.
That's good. That's
I've never had sex with a woman I've never did my drink for.
Really?
Yes. Never.
I've never had sex with anyone who's bought me a drink, but also that's because I don't drink and I don't go to bars.
Oh.
You're married for a million years.
Yeah, and I've been married for a million years.
Yeah. How long you been married?
We've been together 11 years.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
He doesn't buy you drinks? You don't drink?
I don't drink.
Are you sober?
But not because I had a problem beforehand.
Oh, okay.
I've just always been sober.
Okay. You always been cut edge, straight edge.
Yeah. It was because I sort of knew a problem was on the horizon, and I was like, I don't need to walk down this road.
Me and you, because you're straight edge, and I'm like, is that bottle of whiskey open? Like,
let's go.
How long before I have to go to basketball today?
Exactly.
Well, kudos to you.
I felt myself, as a literal child, I was like, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah, my daughter, she'll be like, because we call carbonated water spicy water. And we call beer daddy water. And so like she'll be like, I want some daddy water. And I'm like, no, you can't have. And I was like, do you like it? And she's like, yes.
Oh no.
So what she used to do back in the day when she was a kid, she would dip her pacifier in like a whiskey and then try to like, and I was like, yo, you got to stop that. But they tell you if she did not like it, that's when you have to be worried. So if they don't like it as a kid,
really,
because that means they're gonna really like it as an adult.
They're gonna like binge as an adult.
Yes. So I only have 2 people in my life that I know this happened to. So I had a cousin who was like, when he tasted as a little, he hated it, but as an adult he had a problem. I have an aunt the same way. They were like, yeah, when she was little, she would not do it, like, because back in the day you used to give kids beers, like, hey, look at him, chug it, you know, like you know,
so funny. Alcoholism.
Look how he just chugging it. Yeah, but don't give your kids booze. It's illegal. But because you know, like a lot of times I meet people and they're sober. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
I wanted to start a podcast called I'm Sober Now, and just people just tell the story about how they got sober.
Comedian.
Oh, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, this is my secret.
Great.
So one time I met somebody who we were chatting and it was like at a party where there was alcohol, and she was like, you're not drinking? I'm like, yeah, I'm sober. She's like, I'm sober. And she was like so excited to talk to me. This was before this, I was like 21. So I didn't realize yet that there was a difference between sober because you had a problem and sober
and so because you don't drink.
And so I was just like, yeah, it's so awesome to be sober, let's talk about it, this is so great. And she was like,
see, therapist.
And she was like, yeah, exactly. And she was like, oh my God, like, do you go to AA? And I was like, no, I never have, but like I've always kind of wondered about it. And she was like, you should come with me. It like happens down the block. It's like so great. And I was like, that would be so incredible. And then I said one thing to her. I was like, wait, but like, just to be clear, like, I'm not an alcoholic. Like, I'm just sober.
Oh,
but
wow.
that was not clear enough. And so she was like, that's fine. That's fine. You should come. You should come. And I was like, okay, this is so great. Because it had been incredibly isolating in college
to be sober.
Okay. And it had really affected my whole college experience.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to the BU, Boston University School of Theater.
I'm
another theater kid.
Terriers.
Yeah, that's right. And it was just like Party Central. And I felt like such a pariah because I would try and go to the parties and I'd be so horrified.
So you've had like sober sex for like first time sober sex.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is
the whole
weird
time.
to me.
Also, I think that I am
do that.
capable of reaching like, I would say states of being that are similar to
Do you do anything?
Drugs. No.
Wow.
Nothing. But also like when I do go out, which is so rare, people think that I'm really high.
Okay.
Because and I can just get myself there.
Because you're just tired.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
You're slurring.
Let's go. No, but my pupils get enormous.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. I get really happy around people, and it's why I like religious
Are you a runner?
experiences so much. I wish I could be, but it's same thing.
Okay.
Like that high.
Complain.
Like,
what do you do?
I just have. I go
Where do you
to
get off? She does
religious
comedy.
I like obsessively go to religions. Like I'll go to like mega churches
Okay.
on the weekend.
Just to get that endorphins.
Yeah, because it's like it's a high.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I went with this girl to AA, and I get there and everyone's sharing the most beautiful stories. I'm sobbing. This girl who I had literally just met is like, "What's going on? Why don't you tell us about it?" And I was like, "Okay, well, this is just so beautiful." And
So you get up in front of everyone?
Yeah.
yeah,
you
it's
speak.
in a circle.
It's
It's in
Oh,
a circle.
oh.
And the whole, like, I am sobbing so hard that the entire group is aware of me.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Like,
And they
I
assume
was
that
just-
you are fucked up.
They assume that I'm
Yeah.
so fucked up.
Yeah.
But I was just like hearing the pain and the struggle. And I was thinking about like,
you're
oh
just
my
an
God,
empath.
this could have been me
Yeah.
if I had gone down
You're
a
an
different
empath.
path.
You're an empath.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like really feeling it with them. So I'm sobbing. And so the whole group is like, she needs a turn. Like we really, and at first I tried to be like, no, I don't have anything to share. And the entire group is like, we think you should share. We really think you should share. And so I'm like, well, the thing is that like all of your stories are so beautiful, and like I've never drunk alcohol ever. and they're like, and I was like, but I just like I feel like I really get it. Because like sometimes I like binge eat sugar, and that's really bad, and that's really hard, but it's nothing like what you're going through, but I just really feel it. And I've never even done drugs because I just knew that it would be like what you're going through. And when you're bombing and you feel you're losing the room,
Yeah.
I would say that was what was happening.
Yeah.
I was losing the room.
It's like that saying at Half Baked where he's like, "You're here for weed?
Yeah.
I suck dick for crack." Yeah, like Buddhist man.
It's like I watched all of the body language go from like this to like
Yeah, like
this.
Yeah.
and,
Wow.
and that was it. And then this girl was like, afterwards she's like, I don't think you need this.
Yeah, you told her that.
And then you're like, no, I'm going to do drugs right
I
now.
was like, but this is really beautiful community.
Yeah, you just want to go and just be an impact. You just go to the
So funny.
cancer
And I,
survivors thing too. You're like, oh yeah, so
I
just make it.
I was so desperate for people. It's so lonely being
A
a
sober
sober
person,
person
yeah.
at when all of your friends are drinking. I'm so happy I'm in my 30s now and my friends have cooled it on the drinking.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, finally,
Is your
we
husband
can
sober?
do fun things.
Okay.
No.
He's a drinker.
And he's a big drinker.
We've taken some shots together before shows.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's Ukrainian, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's just baked in him, the
Ah.
like Soviet drinking culture.
See, a Ukrainian Jew.
Yeah.
What's his name? Evgeny.
Artem.
Artem.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
well, so
Oh shit!
I didn't know a couple.
You know the culture.
You
a little bit because we had a bunch of so at the camp our security guards, they were all like Ukrainian from Israel, so they would get out the army and then they would come work sleepaway camp, and then after they worked sleepaway camp they would all go work the kiosk around the country.
That's insane.
Wow.
You want to be your skin, it's looking beautiful, you get this, it's beautiful for you. You want hair dryer? Best hair dryer ever.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the world he comes from. He's a huge drinker, and when he met me, he was really worried that me being sober was.
Yeah.
He was worried that he wasn't going to be able to like show off how cool he was because,
Without being drunk.
because like his move
It's-
was like being the
Yeah,
fun
I
party
told you,
guy
yeah.
who could like buy everyone drinks.
I'm telling you,
like,
that's
be fun.
Yeah, I couldn't date a sober. I couldn't be with a sober person. So kudos to him.
He's like told me a lot about how. I mean, he like really discovered a lot about himself.
Yeah.
By having to figure out like who he was if he wasn't like the party guy.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
I know, isn't that beautiful?
Kudos.
Okay, well, thanks, Mateen, for being on Yenta.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. This
What a
was
strong
fun.
Yenta.
This was fun. Yeah.
We gotta get some more names after the pod. After we stop rolling.
Maybe, yeah. We'll have to stop rolling. We'll get some names.
But
y'all might be still rolling because y'all be sneaky.
Yeah.
We promise we'll stop
I'm gonna keep rolling.
I know.
Is there anything you have to plug?
Always
Fort Worth?
plug my butt. No, I'm kidding. It's no.
You should try it.
No, I mean,
have you tried it?
What, a butt plug?
Stuff?
I've had a finger up there. Yeah.
You like it?
It's all right. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not awful. Like a lot of guys don't like to like, hey man, no, like
No,
if a girl does it to you, it's
We are nightmares around straight men.
You guys like, hey, yeah.
We're just
Every
like,
time we have
how
a
much have you put
in your butt? Like, no,
Straight
not
man
too
we have
much.
on
No,
It's just a butt stuff podcast.
It's a butt
now.
stuff podcast. That's what it is. I had a colonic once too, and that was weird.
What is that?
Yeah.
They put the thing up your butt and they shoot water and then they suck it all out.
Like for health reasons, not for sex reasons.
Yeah, I got it at a Russian nail salon / hair salon / colonic. They had a machine in the back. It's in Glendale.
God.
Me and my roommate got a Groupon and we went.
Stop.
Yes. And we had to walk past their kitchen to go to the poop room.
Oh my God.
And the lady couldn't find the she's like, I can't
your
get
butthole?
it. She couldn't get it up there. And she goes, I'm going to go ask your friend to come help. I'm like, no. I was like, me and my friend are not that close. I'll figure it out, lady. We'll figure it out. And my friend was like, she came out and asked me. I was like, no, like, yeah. We got a Groupon for it. But no, yes, my name is Mateen Stewart. You can follow me at Mateen Stewart everywhere. Also, check out my podcast, Scumbags of History. I host it with Brittany Schmidt. We're on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. Give us 5-star rate review. Help us out a little bit. And check out Late for Work on Sundays at the Improv in Hollywood. Yeah.
Great.
Rate us 5 stars also.
Yeah, please rate this podcast.
Which we don't say enough.
We don't say that enough. But
Do you think
if
it actually
you've made it
works?
to the end of this
Yeah,
episode,
just fucking do it.
I think you like us enough.
Yeah.
Could
do
you
it,
rate us
yeah.
5 stars and leave
And-
and leave some really nice comment?
It
Yeah.
really helps.
It really does help so
Yeah,
much.
It helps.
I'm Antonia Lassar. If this comes out before June 20th, come to my show in Asheville. At Antonia Lassar everywhere.
At Ray Schiller everywhere, rayschiller.com/shows. I'm going to be
Perfect.
in Washington. I'm going to be in
Yeah.
DC. And I'm going to be in
You're going to be Washington and D.C.
Washington
separately.
State.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. DC. And then Detroit.
We're
What
going
are
to
the
Detroit?
shows?
No, no, Baltimore. God.
Baltimore, Detroit
Embarrassing.
are adjacent. I'm from Detroit, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
different.
Oh, are you doing a show in Baltimore?
When we're there.
When we're there.
Yes.
Incredible.
Okay, well, good yenting.
Good
Good
yenting.
yenting.
Yes.